my bitterness and rage. For all your imperfections, only time will tell. My Jezebel, only time will tell. And wish that I could tame somehow all your obscenity, your vanity and haste. With all my convictions, only time will tell. Jezebel, my Jezebel, all the time will tell. Through the years, I always loved you. All these years, how I have known you. Through the years, I've always loved you. All these years, how I have known you. Only time will tell. Jezebel, my Jezebel, only time will tell. Jezebel, my Jezebel, all the time, all the time, all the time. We tell.
We just listened to, and we thoroughly enjoyed the song, Jezebel, by Jerry Val. That was Jezebel by Jerry Val. Really a nice compliment to the portfolio of such a galactic library of music here at Metaverse Radio. Check out the talented singer-songwriter Jerry Val on Planet Twitter.
What's up? It's a SupAR SatARday, and it looks like this is all going pretty well. Welcome to you've been watching, listening to the Metaverse Radio, as you can see here on the screen. So thank you, Metaverse Radio, for hosting this spot so faithfully for the last year. It's been an amazing year, and we're in 2025. So thank you. You can tap in and listen to Metaverse Radio anytime, 24/7. You don't have to just wait for the show to start. There's lots of other shows on here as well that you can catch anytime, like Tech Talk Tuesdays with Digital Femme. There is the Web3 Music Space and many, many others, along with AI. That's on Thursdays. Check that out with Anapin and Maven AI, the Derby one. They're doing some amazing things. I also want to give a little shout out to the Metaverse Radio sponsors and partners right here, like the Metaverse Standards Forum, who just recently, if you don't know, along with Scaniverse and many others, have been really, coming together with a lot of the hardware and the brands and the big names, saying, okay, what are we going to do? How is this future going to work? What is this going to look like? and what are the standards, right? We need to work together. At the end of the day, we need to work together. So shout out to Metaverse Standards Forum, Metaverse Radio, again, for giving us this opportunity to be here. There's Medium. Go check them out. There's lots of articles out there that you can read. Along with being on Metaverse Radio, I would like to say that the content aired does not necessarily reflect the views of Metaverse Radio, and it's for entertainment only. It is not legal, medical, or financial advice. Host, guest speakers, artists, and other collaborators may have personal or financial interest in the subjects they discuss, so please critically assess the information presented. Some content may not be suitable for all ages and audiences. Metaverse Radio respects intellectual property and broadcasts owned by us, used under license or within fair use guidelines. Excuse me. All right, so that's that there. I am going to get set up as well. I believe there's like this Twitter space thing that we do sometimes, right? So let me go like this. Let's go boom, 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 boom. Open it here. Go start now. Skip, and boom. Welcome to the Twitter Spaces. Welcome to the world. Let's have a good day. It's just SupAR SatARday. What's happening, everybody out there in the world? If you want to chat, you want to do that, you can. You can come up here and do that if you'd like to. I'm not 100% sure how the audio is going to get picked up, how well it'll get picked up, but we're going to do our best. We always do. But today, we've been talking about, we're in 2025. What are we doing? So South by Southwest is coming up. You got Eth Denver right around the corner as well. And just so many other things. So we're really getting prepared, prepping for what is that going to look like. Here, let me get out of this here for the moment, and let's get into it. Good morning, everybody. Let's go over to, let's do it this way. All right, so a couple of things we want to look at. So we're getting ready for South by Southwest, and we're getting ready for Eth Denver and all those things. So let's take a look at what's happening. What does that mean? What's really going on? And that's what we're doing here. So we're building on all these platforms. Last week we started with Spheroid Universe. That's where we're going with this. Spheroid Universe. Last week we started with Spheroid Universe. We put out the AI chatbot and out there at WinStar Casino, and we looked at some of the different ways that you can prompt your AI chatbots, right? So for the AI AR chatbots, however you want to say, right? So we're going to look at this real quick. Let me go. I want to share this screen. Present. Share the screen. Don't show these options again. How are we doing today? So let's go. Spheroid Universe. Share right there. All right, you should be able to see it now. So right here, as you can see, there's a Dallas, Texas Claude Bernard AI art exhibition. Right here, there's Le Turf Claude Bernard AR exhibition. This one's in France, Marseille. This one is the United States in Dallas. Excuse me. So they're both the same, sort of. Okay. Where they'll both, and here I'm going to show you so that you can get this. So if you look on your screen, you can save this QR code. Okay, here. I'll make a tweet. I'll tweet. I'll post. It's not a tweet. I will post this right here. So look what I built in augmented reality. Bam. Bam. So that's just it. That's the whole post. Look what I made in augmented reality. That's what it says. So if you put that out there like that and you use the little prompt, boom. Okay, so it'll take you out there like that. So you can go. There is now a post on the Twitter, if you want to go check that out, where you can go and hit the link for this as well. If you have an Android phone, it works. I'm not so sure about the Apple phone, if it'll just continually take you to download the app. You will need the XR Hub app, right? So this is where we were last week, right here. But you can scan this QR code right here on the screen, or you can go capture the link from the Twitter post right there. But what that's going to take you to an experience here, and I'll open this up here. So, and so it's going to take you to this experience here that you'll be able to, as it loads, you'll be able to chat with the AI. The AI can tell you this one specifically because it's here in Marseille, right? So it's going to be able to tell you more about, look at that, it's that same one. You recognize that one? So it'll tell you more about the city of Marseille and those things right like that. So here you have a piece of art by Claude Bernard. There's this AI piece, and what we did was we took this and we just mapped it on side of the Blender monkey face because we love the Blender monkey, right? Just kind of shout outs to the Blender there. Thanks for the tools, okay? But here's Le Turf right here, right? And this is at the front entrance. So if you're standing outside of Le Turf right here, you'll see this. This is in the background, and then if you walk down, you'll see these. Now, these are the flyers for the Love of AI coming up February 14th. If you don't know about the Love of AI, you can go to loveofai.com, find out a lot more. Here's your speakers. You got Claude Bernard, the artist that we just saw. You got Vanessa Pages, VXAI, who, if you were watching the show last night, was running around the metaverse with digital film on their RAW, right? Their virtual RAW, right? And then here we've got Page of the Metaverse Page, an amazing creator, artist, like virtual art artist, just beautiful work. That will also be listening to Lester Paints the World, and who just released their swarms, not just their swarms, but their universal basic compute, which we will take a look at here in a moment, where their AIs and AI agents are connecting and doing a lot more. So you can go check that link out. You can actually talk to this AI chatbot right here. It will turn and look at you no matter where you are. You will not see all these flyers until you walk down. So if it won't let me show you, but these are all set to only pop up within a certain distance of each of you. So when you get inside a certain distance from that, that's when it'll actually pop up. So if you go view this remotely, okay, you'll see this back here because I have it set up to where you can see it. Okay, you'll see this big flyer here, right? You'll see this right here, but as you walk down this way, this will disappear, and these will start to appear as you start to walk up on them. So it's a lot of fun. It kind of gives you an example of what is possible, right, so far with the XR Hub out, the Spheroid universe. But the AI agents are talking, they are working, and so you can go out and test that, talk to that right now today, if you so choose. But onto the universal basic compute here, I'm going to first jump right into, because I'm super excited about this part. Altered Alley has the AI Alley as one of the swarms inside the Metaverse Swarm. It is the Metaverse Swarm. Okay, so there's a lot to what's happening here with the swarms, but I'm personally very excited about this right here with Altered Alley, watching the AI Alley, because this could be a very good moment. Right, he's already set up on all the platforms across all of the worlds everywhere. He's been doing this for so long. It's not a new idea. He's put in the time, so much time that all he has to do is just flip on the switch. And so the universal basic compute, the UBC, along with the compute token, which is what the AIs are going to, that's what they use to communicate with. Okay. Or that's where the data's right. Okay, so that's where the things are going to fly there, not to get into technicals. But Altered Alley has that to where now these things can be connected. They can start being utilized, and in such a way that you, if you wanted to, you're like, man, you know what? I've really been believing in Altered Alley too. Okay, well, there's one of those ways. You can go and purchase the compute tokens, invest directly into the AI Alley. And so as those agents and as all of those alleys continue to grow, you'll continue to grow with your UBC. You'll be rewarded back in UBC. So you purchase and you buy the stake with the compute tokens, and you're, as of right now, and you'll need both tokens to be able to invest in the swarms. But right now, that's what's happening, is they're investing in the swarms, and then Altered, along with Honeycomb, myself, and realistically, there will be others. But that's how this works, is it's going to come together, and they'll be able to take that and continually spread and make the AI Alley. So congratulations to Altered Alley for seeing this thing through so much, so that it's growing to this way. I'm really I'm excited. I'm excited for it. But as we take a look at these swarms that are already going, okay, so here's this swarm. Here's this one with Honeycomb, Altered Alley, myself. We're going deep inside of it, right? We're going all out with this metaverse token thing, right? But here's some of the other swarms that are also involved that we're going to be able to connect with. That will, it's gonna be fun, right? So here you got the Prophet B AI, right? That's already a 25x. You got the Robinhood agent, which is a 49x. You have the Duo AI, which is a 32x. Right up here, you got Synthetic Souls at a 75x, and there's a lot to Synthetic Souls. Really deep dive into that. It's very cool story. There's a whole thing. It's different than a profit bot. Let's just say that. All right. Right here, you have the Swarms Venture that's up 93x. You got Digital Kin at 101x, and you got King Kong at 223x already. Okay. So those are the top gainers so far. And the UBC burns and distribution, because they happen weekly. They happen weekly, so you're not waiting months, weeks, and things like that for your returns. It's a weekly type of thing. How big, how little, that's all up for grabs right now, right? But the UBC first burns and distribution coming up. All right, so really excited for what Lester, Paul, and the whole team over there have done. That from the Telegram and handling the communication. Because don't think that you're going to drop a token, it's going to tank, and people aren't going to FUD out of it, right? And so they've been handling that so well. Like the understanding of how things work and not letting it get to them, and just staying with it and understanding the full utility of what they built has been so amazing. You can hear it, you can see it, and it's actually been comforting on my side as well, looking in, going, okay, so that it works. Like they have no, like at the end of the day, it works. It works, right? And when it works. So really good job. Congratulations, UBC. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on from that. We're gonna get started here. We're a little bit past the 10-minute mark. Okay. Let's go look at the thing that we're gonna look at today. So last week we looked at Spheroid Universe. This week we were gonna look at Over the Reality. I spoke with some of the people, what's his name, Mert, over in the SDK group. He said they've got some updates coming, so we're gonna wait. So instead of showing you something, like we could go and look at it today, but it's gonna be changed in the not so distant future. So we're just gonna go ahead and wait on that. Right, should be ready probably in the next few weeks or so. I know they've got a lot of updates and announcements coming with the Uomi token, along with some other things. So we'll kind of wait on that one for right now. But we're going to go ahead and jump over here to Illust. Okay, let me make sure you can actually see this, and I'm showing the right screen. Bam, there we go. All right, so here we are with Illust. Illust.AR, Illust.space, if you want to go over to it. There's different, so where I got to find, there we go. All right, so as you can see, they've already, there's people using, okay, already utilizing this application, this platform, right? If you want to look at it the way, and it's and it's fun. I like some of the ease of use. Now, I'm gonna take you to the very beginning, okay, just so you can see this. Because we did the same thing with Spheroid, we'll do the same thing with Over. We're gonna go all the way to like ground zero. So what is it gonna look like when you open it up? All right, so day one from the start, it's gonna look just like this. Okay, you go to it, Illust.space. Now, right now, they do have this free trial. Okay, so we'll get to that. Well, actually, we're gonna start there. So you can start your free trial. All right, you can hit the start free trial, boom, 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 and go in to things like this. Okay, yeah, creator. Now this right here, this creator lifetime, this seems pretty good. Like if it's what I think it is, where you really have just you have these, but for forever, then that's a pretty good deal, and I'm really wanting to know more about that specifically. And they give you the opportunity to know about that, and I'll show you just a minute. But so if you started your free trial here monthly, started your free trial here yearly, there's also the enterprise where you can go ahead and contact us for a quote. Here's some of their partners, some of the people that have already used the platform. All right, and then you can book a demo today. Now, when you do this here, you start the free trial. All right, it'll take you all through this. Okay, you can go through all of this, right? I'm not going to do that like right here with. I'm not just gonna like type in my credit card number and things like that. Not today, y'all. Not today. You thought so, huh? But you can go through this. Now, what it's going to do, though, because after you do that, you don't actually have access to it yet. So it's going to tell you that there's going to be an email incoming. All right. So look out for an email after you do that. And then you'll need to talk with, talk with someone over there. I see you, the Moody. Let me get you up here. Let's go like this. Requested one. I feel like you know about this platform, and that's why you want to come up here and talk. Maybe you can tell me what's happening. Check.
Hello.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Sorry to interrupt. Are you sharing the screen or something? Because I cannot see. I hear you talking about.
I am. So over on the Wonderland account, there is a live stream going. Yes, sir. So and maybe I should post that up in the thing right there. So yeah, on the Wonderland account right here, there is a live stream going. So we got the subscription access is here. Perfect. Thank you for asking. And I probably should actually put that up here. I'm going to take a minute, y'all, for those listening, to go ahead and do the favor of putting that up for everybody. So if you don't know, I am we are live streaming on the AR Wonderland Twitter page, along with the YouTube channel and Hexadize's Instagram. So if you want to go check that out, there are those live stream or the where we're sharing the screen there. And today we are looking at Illust.space and their augmented reality platform. There's also a geospatial platform that covers the whole world and gives artists the opportunity to put their works and their creations out for everyone to see. And we're actually going to deep dive because there's a lot more that this one does beyond just letting you put your AR out. There's a proof of attendance type of protocol that's there. Okay, proof of participation. There's ways that people can go ahead and actually collect and mint your things right there. So it's kind of there's more to it than just putting out your works. Okay. Now, right now, we were just getting started with if you wanted to go ahead and sign up for that start free trial, what they're going to do is they're going to email you. Okay. And then you can set up, and I guarantee there's going to be a spot for you to set up a call, right? And get one-on-one like hands-on demo time, okay, with this as soon as you do that. So what we're going to look at today is the very glanced over base layer. I highly recommend you can, and it's not just you don't even have to start up for the free trial, but you can at any given time get in contact with one of the team members, and they will gladly spend a minimum of 30 minutes hand-holding you, walking you through, answering any questions that you have. All right. So as we go right back here, we're going to look at, let me go with the content geofencing. And we'll just start right there. A lot of us are very familiar with this concept. Anybody that knows, anything about like Niantic's, Pokemon Go, Over the Reality, Spheroid Universe, a lot of these apps, this is actually what we're talking about, is just the locking of that spot around the world and making sure that this virtual digital data stays right here, kind of thing, right, and activates in this spot. Okay, so that's the very the very broad, like the very what is this geospatial. Right here, it gets in a lot more detail, and it goes into the limits of where and how to make things and do it in responsible ways. Okay. What can be rendered in a geofence, right? The different types of things right here. You can see where they're activating the shoes. Okay. They're activating, it's just pulling it up there. You got face effects, you got the holograms, right? So these are the types of things that are possible, right? That we've been doing. And this is what a lot of us are looking to do. Okay. Now let's go the smart contracts. Okay. Smart contracts. Oops. Proof of presence. We won't go smart contracts. Proof of presence. All right, so this one's kind of fun because it takes that geospatial layer to like a different, that next layer. Okay, where you're going through. Now we've done this before with POAPs. on over the reality where people could go in and they could hit the little dispenser, claim their POAP, and that's cool. That's one way to do it. It's very glitchy, not gonna lie. With the POAP system it's as much as I love the idea and how it works, and it's not one end or the other. It's just, so you get people that are gonna spam it, right? So it's the moment they can. You're gonna get people that go in there. There's bots that are sitting there waiting for certain things. One of the nice things about the way this works is because it's not on a double system, it's all on the one. You can require for people to actually have to physically be there in order for them to get this, versus just being able to watch an Excel spreadsheet on a website for when something drops, right? So that's really fun if you want to do that. So you can reward people for actually showing up in the physical location, just like this, right? And again, it's just kind of fun. So you can have this experience, boom, claim it. If you're looking at the screen, here's one of the examples that they have, because again, this isn't new. They've been doing this for a little while, much like most of us in here. Can I change what a pop looks like for my community? Absolutely. So again, all this is customizable for you, right? As you can see, there's their wallet partners. You got Magic, Wallet Connect, and MetaMask. Okay, so a good set that you really can't go wrong with. Reality channels. All right, what's a reality channel? In the words of Nas, the world is yours. At Illust, we believe that every creator, visitor, brand, and project is entitled to their worldview. We provide the tools to weave XR experiences that persist in the layer. The map is not the territory, but the map is a metaverse. Your map is a guide and a key to the metaverse experiences and digital denizens or doodles that flourish here. So you can do, one of the things you can do is you can, here, let me scroll down here. So reality channel creators get access to a full suite of tools to customize their metaverse. Custom minting contracts, configurable proof of presence rewards, scene preparation tools for digital experiences, geofencing of content, custom map and channel, basic analytics. Coming soon, user-generated content aggregator, channel-based token gating, public map access, custom integrations from the community, custom bounties, and quests. All right. So, and we're going to look at how and where some of those things have, where they've done things like that, specifically with Eth Denver. We kind of looked at it a little bit on the Winning Wednesday spot, but we're going to look at it again here because we can. But the geospatial registry right here. So this is where you get this whole list of all of the fun things that you want to know, right? Okay. These are the fun things that you just go through it as you have time, read through how it's used, Illust, how will you Illust be using the GSR and all of those types of things, right? Now let's look at, we already saw the pricing. Okay. We've already looked at the product features. We're going to go back to the map here. So as we look at the map, here we go. So we're going to look over here. Let's go search right here. So if we go here and we look at where it says featured and we hit this middle Eth Denver, and this will give us an idea right here, okay, of what you can do when you have the more customized tools, right? Or the customized tools. There, I can't move myself. But you can see if we look at the map, boom, and we highlight these, right, one by one, we can see. So if you want to have an event, you want to take people to your thing, you want to have different treasure hunts, you want to have different activations, you want it to all be the same. Maybe each one of these is a separate artist. What I like about this here is I can go, I can hit side events, right? I can look at the art, or I can look at just the side events. Okay, where are my side events? Where am I going to be going? Okay, so I'm in Eth Denver from this day to this day. Boom. Did I, and so I can register on that huge Excel spreadsheet of things, which is cool. Don't get me wrong. It's nice to have, and I can have my updates and stuff like that. But if I had a map where I just pull it up and all of my side events are just listed and marked right there, now I don't have to go, oh man, I wonder how far it is from this place to this place. or man, I wonder if we're going to get from here to here. And the best part is, let's say here's all the side events, but I go, okay, I know there's other people that I want to see. There's that art thing that I want to see. Where is that along here? Okay, it's all up here. So if I'm going to hit this side event right here, maybe I can time it out to know that I want to hit all of these art pieces here. Okay. But I don't really need to see all this other stuff. I'm not interested in these things. I'm just going to look at, what I want to see. So here's the main goal. That, oh, cool. There are things along my path I can see and do. All right. So this part's kind of nice about this because you do get to see these things. Like and you can do this. So I can see a reason for paying for the tools to be able to do this. So especially if you're going to run events or you're hosting, or you just want to, maybe you're doing it for your town, your city, you want to map out certain spots historically, whatever it is, they do make it super, super easy to use these tools. All right. Now, let's say we want to put something out there. We want to drop an asset out. That's cool and all, right? We've got that. All right. But how do you put something but what if you don't want to pay for anything? You just want to drop something out. Okay. So what you can do, if you've signed in with your wallet, okay, then you can have access to, I don't want to publish on that channel. Let's go back. So let me go back to my channel. All right. There we go. So now if you have your wallet connected, you can do like this, wallet to world. All right. So currently I'm going to be posting that spot, but I don't want to post in that spot. Let me go over to, where's a good spot? Oh, let me think. Let me go back. Back. Let me not go Denver yet. Let me go. And so here we go. We got, where's Wynwood? There's Miami Beach. There's Wynwood right there. All right, so we can put whatever we want to. So if you have your wallet connected, all right, then you can sit here and go like this. You can go wallet to world, boom, and it's gonna pull up my NFTs. Okay, some of them are cool, some of them are pretty shoddy and not that cool. I like this December right here. This one's kind of cool because I just like the name December. I also like the guy that made it. Mint is pretty cool. That was a fun little project. There's the Octo heads, Asu box cards. So this, if I put this out, it's going to end up showing it like it's going to show the video just like that. And then here we go. So here's that spot. There's a spot over here, right? Is it over here? Where's it at? I think it's right here. So there's where we at? Where we want to be? Where do we want to be? It'll show up as a video. This will show up as a video. If it's a 3D asset, there's a TV bot from KBot. What's up, KBot? But that'll show up as the 3D asset itself. So if it's a GLB file, things like that, it'll just pull it up straight just like that. But we're going to put out this WAGMI cup over here. I don't know why this corner. I'm just going to pick this corner. We're going to go 7th and actually, let's go down here. Let's go 7th and 29th. We're going to go 7th and 29th right here. We're just going to go right here. We're going to boom. We're going to put this WAGMI coffee cup. This is one of those ones that think. So now I can so now it's at like 10 meters. Oh, no, I don't want it there. That's not where I said it. That's wrong. I said it over here. Why are you still in Colorado? Oh, no. I need to move it. That's crazy. It didn't set it where I wanted it to be. It still put me in Colorado, you see. Now we got to go change this whole territory. Got to go back to Miami. So we're going to scroll back over here in Miami. And as much fun as that wasn't, we're still going to go bam. Let's see it. Bam. So I'm still going to put it right there. Oh, man, that was so terrible. I put it in the wrong spot and I had to find it. It took so long. So there we go. All right. So now there's a WAGMI coffee cup sitting out there in Miami because WAGMI. So I know that is the event is over, but the WAGMI cup is old anyway. So it was WAGMI, whatever. WAGMI coffee. Thanks for the coffee club. I remember that coffee club, but we won't go down that rabbit hole. But that's what it looks like to publish something right there. Okay. And that's how hard it is to publish one of your NFTs or anything like that. So if you're an artist, you have your art as an NFT, you can just drop it directly into that, just like that. Now, let's say I don't want to drop an NFT. I just want to leave a message. Like, I don't want to put my name. Let's put, don't look. All right. The description is, I was here once. All right. And oops. And then I'm just going to copy and paste that message right into here. So I'm just going to go copy paste. Yeah, I did that. I didn't use the keyboard. I did it laterally. Now I can pick the color of my font. Here we go. I like Oleo just because it sounds like Oreo, and Oreos sound delicious right now. We're gonna go with some greenish color right there. Let's go location, bam, and I that's good with me. So it'll pop up around the same spot as that Wagme cup. I was here once. Look at that. That's what it's gonna look like, just like that. It's gonna look just like that. So anybody in Miami goes over here 29th and whatever street this is, with the Illust app, they're gonna see I was here once, and they're gonna see a Wagme cup. So cool deal. Oh wait, no, I didn't put the Wagme cup. I didn't hit the submit. I gotta go put. But you're gonna see that I was here once. Successful. Look at that. Ta-da! If I hit view, oh, here we go. All right, cool. So there we go. So 647 Northwest 29th Street, Miami, Florida, 33127, United States. Go out there. I was there once. That's what you're going to see. So you can do things like that right here, which is kind of fun. You can leave a note. You can leave just little messages. I see you, Tech Mental. Hang on one second. Let me pull you up here. But yeah, so you can go do that thing out there just like that, leaving little messages. Okay. You can drop NFTs. And there's other things you can do. There's a lot more to explore, especially once you get into the creative tools that they do have, because you can get into the marker tracking, okay, which is where if you have an image tracking, some call it, right, where you do have face tracking, you do have these other tools that are available that you can use still inside this geofence zone as well. So let's say people come walking through and they're wearing the white t-shirts, and everybody has a solid white t-shirt, and so it knows to pick up the solid white t-shirt, but it puts a different you have a randomizer on it somehow kind of way. So like each one as they're walking down the little runway, each one's different, but it's only inside that spot. You go outside that spot, it's not the same, and that's what makes it cool. Each geolocation can have a different design, same model wearing 18 different colors. It's just so the opportunity is limitless, as we all very well know with these tools. But what's up, Tech Mental? Welcome to the stage. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning. What's going on? What's up, everyone? I'm over here trying to working on an omelet, and I get the red phone and the alert that I got people's penetrating windward art from geofence. So I'm just trying to figure out what's going on and tapping in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I figured if it's the home of the graffiti kings, you might as well graph it up virtually too, right? Just tag everything.
Yeah, no, it looks good. Another great presentation. Awesome. I've been looking at Illust for a while. And they're touching on a lot of stuff that we've been trying to just guerrilla do it on the back end. You know what I mean?
Yep.
There's a few things I like their toys. I like their features. But it's also interesting, right? Let's throw in for the safety of the community, right? It's interesting. Okay, let's give you all these toys, and they're showing you how you can use NFTs, and and you can kind of token gate it, but it's so I can use MetaMask to token gate the interface, but I can't use MetaMask or my wallets to pay for the subscriptions. It's like come on, come on. Go to your event and you're not going to have the same, stuff that you're selling. So That's number one, right? Which I think, once, Wonderland gets on the phone with them and go, hey guys, you know, you should put that same feature in your shopping cart. You probably have more of an, onboarding success with this Web3 community. That's one other thing that I want to talk about these people, which again, I really like their interface. But what's interesting is I was also looking at the $250 lifetime, right? Lifetime is amazing. I got some lifetime subscriptions from 10, 15 years ago, and it's still rolling. And I'm like, I love this, right? It's amazing. So here's one thing that we should look at all as creators in here. And this is the family in here. Shout out to everybody listening that will be listening. For the $250 lifetime, which should have a lot of perks, but definitely need to have a Q&A with those people. It says Illust.AR Studio subscription, Genesis, $250. Thank you for being one of the first artists to subscribe to the Illust.AR platform. This subscription is for creators publishing their own artwork on their own behalf, not acting as an agency for another brand, right? So for people like myself and everybody else in here, we're leaders of industries. We want to make sure that before we throw down our card, Amazon Pay, Affirm, Cash App, and Klarna, whatever that is, that we want to make sure that, hey, I can go to Joe's Coffee or Steve's Pizza or Juana's Pan con Bistec and put their art assets and do the geofencing, do everything else as who we are as well. So that might be the enterprise level, So that's definitely things we want to look at. But yeah, definitely the interface I like. I'm definitely interested in the geofencing, see how that works. And whatever you're doing now, let's sidechain because I want to go there and look at that's there, like literally.
It's here. Like it's here.
Right, because what you're doing is amazing, right? And you're doing it whether it is in Canada or Chicago or LA, whoever, from our team and from our crews out there, hey, let's make sure it's there. And let's let that be part of the, hey, remember last week when we were here? Well, look, it's there, or look, it's half there. So definitely, sign me up for that one. I definitely want to be the boots on the ground when you do stuff in Miami.
Well, I was there. I got a stamp saying I was there in AR. And no, this, because you're right. Like stuff like this is like I'm looking at this map right now, and there's stuff here, like just this thing's. I mean, they're 2022. But there's this whole beach covered here, and like good gracious.
I love seeing MF Doom's logo on this. I'm like, dude, MF Doom, RIP to MF Doom. And I'm like, it's just incredible. Yeah, the interface is really dope. I wonder if it works on an iPad.
I think it does. I've used it on my phone, or I've gotten on here on my phone and things like that, and it's really smooth. So yeah, this is, and I'm with you. I've watched Illust for because they're at all the events. I mean, realistically, and a lot of our friends use them. So like Z Creative, whom I'm a huge fan of Z Creative, who's done a lot over on Monoverse, but as well as done a lot over here on Illust out of Austin and stuff, and just watching them use, like, this is where, like, they display their art in this way, and it's it's fun. It's not just fun, but like being able to look at this map and seeing the spots where it's like, okay, that's where. So, and then I have to ask, like, okay, then why this spot? What was going on here at this point? And this, because it looks like a house, but what was going on here that made, that had something happen? Or what are the notes? Here's one in a park, it looks like,
So hex, what is the difference between the hexagon? Well, they look like hexagons, but they're kind of actually like cube. Like those cubes, why don't they have, are those your icons?
No.
Why don't they? Okay, so the icons, there should be a legend on what each one looks. One looks like a film reel, one looks like a picture.
So they do. So here, because you got the film, and then here's like a portrait, like a paint. right? That's a JPEG look. This is a 3D, right? That's usually what.
You know what would be cool, and I wonder if that's something they're working on, or is it that we're not logged in all the way, because you look like you're logged in, is that if those icons would represent the actual user or the artist or the entity, right?
So instead of clicking on it to see it, it would just already say it.
Right, you can hover over and be like, oh, look, this is a Wonderland because it has the Wonderland icon on it. Oh, this is Digital Femme, this is such, this is Techmental. Avoid that one at all costs. You know what I mean? And that kind of stuff. That would be kind of cool.
So I am curious about take corners like this that I'm looking at right now. So where I mean, if I even zoom out just a little bit, it's like it starts to get just stacked on stacked, right? And if you have, if these are all 3D files, right? And let's say and I know some of the stuff I've made is you walk in it, right? And so it's going to be walkable. So all of these here that are walkable assets, I wonder if how that shows up. And if you need an individual link for each one, if you just open up the world map, you know what I mean? In AR, if they just all just destroy each other, kind of.
Can you do it now? Or no? Can you go into one of them now?
No, you have to be in location. So one of the things with their app or with their platform is it is strictly geo-locked. Okay, so if you can pull up, you can get the link and pull it up, and it'll pull up AR, but it's going to give you a little directory compass type thing, and it's going to say X amount of miles away. It's like, okay,
it's kind of cool. That's kind of scavenger hunt style compass.
And that's
but from the remote interface, which we are right now, you can't necessarily see the activation. You could only see this image that represents it.
Right, correct. Because you can go discover in AR, it'll pull up a QR code, I believe, that you can scan. Just like that. And then it'll say, now go to this location. There's a lot out here, though. There's a lot here. So yeah, I'm a fan of Illust. I'm hoping here in the next couple of weeks we'll be able to take a look at Over. There's a few other platforms that we will be looking at here, coming up. I'm not some of them, are not like where this one, as Techmental, as Lex was saying, they're very Web3 focused, but at the same time they've got their Web 2 kind of connect on it, almost front end, which is cool, which is groovy, which is great, because we're going to move into some of these other platforms that also have that more Web 2, which it's just not blockchain. It's just not, that's it. So but yeah, so they have that more side of things like the Niantic and Eighth Wall, Adobe, and those types of tools where they're still geo-locking things to the world. You can still set it up and do your own custom things. And there's even other options of other platforms where you don't have to use the map at all. You can take a 3D scan, use it inside of something like WebAR, and still have it geo-locked just the same way as it works when it's mapped to a spot like this, okay? As far as pulling up the visual positioning system, it still works on a VPS, which is what some of these other things are moving to, right? So, and so we're going to go more into those things. We'll highlight some of those things more than actually going into them as deep as we are with some of these, mainly because these are the ones that I'm really focused on personally using and looking forward to using with some of our friends. So there's going to be things like the Super World, like the Niantics, like these other places because that's where we all live. It's nothing, it's nothing against one platform or the other. We live all over. So we're going to be on all of them. So yeah, that's what we're looking to do in the coming weeks here, in the next coming weeks. Go ahead, if you haven't already, check out Illust.space, sign up over there. You don't even have to sign up all the way if you don't want to. If you just want to try and get into the drag and drop stuff, I mean, you're connecting. Well, I guess you are registering, but you're still going to go through the other process, where you don't have to actually commit to a monthly period. Okay, but you can just drag and drop things in here. Get used to it. Just put a text out. Okay. Now, one of the things I will say is you can't just remove it and delete it. I need to find out more about that, on how to unpublish something, right? because I think not being able to unpublish something is going to be unfun. I want to be able to take things down at some point. Just if I put it up, I want to take it down, but we'll see. We'll see. I think it can get a little crowded if you can't. So we'll see about that. I want to look into that a little bit more. Segmental, Lex, thank you for coming up today and talking. I'm glad that you're here. And yeah, look, if you want to go out and check some of these things out, I'd love to see what it looks like, what that actually looks like, boots on ground kind of thing. I know that they use it in Eth Denver, and I have seen them. Usually they have like the little stand-ups with QR codes on them. So each, like you scan the QR code and then pulls it up. But I don't know about just walking around and seeing everything. So that I'm curious there.
Yeah, definitely. Also, I just realized if you do Illust, because you're on Illust.space, I believe, but if you do Illust.AR, which amazing extension, it'll take you right to the map, and it kind of like bypasses the interface. I can't wait to see like these type of platform interfaces, and on the side it shows these are the form factors you are able to view the experiences with. X-Real,
right?
Meta, Oakley just threw their hat in the ring, that kind of stuff. Which that's going to be dope. Which probably, who knows, by the end of the year, maybe, who knows.
Oh, I'm with you, because at this point, who really does know? Time's moving fast, and the hardware is moving faster. it's getting fun. With speaking of the X Reels and things like that, okay, their new announcements and their new stuff coming out. I feel like this summer, this summer, start saving up now. This is just my own personal feelings. You can do not financial advice whatsoever, except it is financial advice technically. I guess if I'm saying save money. But start saving now, because the next gen glasses are going to be usable. I feel personally, I feel like the dev period is over, and the next gen is going to be everyday purposable. Go ahead.
And by usable, you mean discover third-party AR assets?
Yes.
Because everything we see is old guy rant. Everything we see is AR related. All I'm seeing is a nice, beautiful screen that I can watch a football game while I watch, a basketball game while I, right, which is awesome. Listen, it's awesome.
It's awesome.
But okay, that's cool. But I mean, what about all the AR assets that we and the community have been putting in work for the last 5 years or even more? I want to see that. I want to see everything on Illust. I want to see everything on Over, everything on Superworld, everything on ArtVibe. Oh, sorry, ArtVibe just does QR codes. But yeah, definitely.
No,
I can't wait for that.
I'm with you. I'm
SupAR 2025.
Yeah, I'm SupAR 2025 for sure, and an XR. Like, we're gonna figure out how to get XR in Christmas, but yes, the SupAR 2025. It's gonna be that. This will be I think the year for people to actually be able to use this stuff. 100%. I am real quick. I'm going to share this tab. I hope it shares, because I'm super proud. Before we get out of here, AI Alley. Okay, AI Alley. If you can, go get in the swarm. Connect to the swarm. Tie into the swarm. Being connected to the swarm is going to give you access to the swarm. So all of the things that Altered Alley has made, essentially, you could right now start getting into and have access to, because it's not just Altered here. Let's just be very real. As much as it's Altered Alley, it's everyone inside of Altered Alley's circle as well. So all of that juicy, just deliciousness that just makes that bearded man so sexy is wrapped up right here in the AI Alley, and it's, you can get tapped in. So go check out the UBC, the Universal Basic Compute. Go ahead and connect with the actual compute side of things so that you can find out more. The founders and the devs are very active in the Telegram. So if you do want to go talk to somebody, you're like, I don't even know how to get compute. Like, I got over here, I got scammed. In fact, don't do that. Don't get scammed. Go right into the Telegram. And remember, when you go into the Telegrams, and this is any Telegram, any group, doesn't matter whatsoever, there's not one group in the world where the dev is going or anyone from the team will ever reach out to you first. They don't love you that much. Let's just be very real. If you need to be raw about it, it's because they don't love you that much. The truth of it is they're just busy and they're watching the live chat, and they would love to help everybody publicly, because that's how everybody can learn together. Because if you've got a question, you ask it public, let me answer it public so that everybody can learn, right? So that said, go into their chat, find out from them directly what is the address to get these tokens from. Don't go through another, don't just go off of Twitter, because you never really know anymore. Let's just be real. What you do know is that everything is real anymore. So go find out the real, and you can find that on the official channels. And that goes across the board for any project anywhere, not just UBC, not just AI, but that's just period. But even more so with these, because we don't want everybody to lose, right? And we want the money to go where it's supposed to go, right? You don't want to be upset. We don't want to not be able to produce, and it's all the fun jazz. So go ahead, check out UBC. Congratulations to AI Alley and Altered Alley for getting on your swarm. You're like one of the first swarms to be up there, okay? One of the first swarms to be up for availability for people to use and get in touch with. So go tap in with what's going on over there. Thank you, everybody that joined the Twitter space side of things. Then on the Metaverse Radio, again, thank you for supporting us out there. We loved being able to kick it off with you this morning. You can tap in with Metaverse Radio anytime just by talking to your smart device, saying, hey, Alexa, hey, Google, whatever it is, hey, TV, play Metaverse Radio, and it will. You can also search for Metaverse Radio and download the app on your phone so you can tap in 24/7 for things like Tech Talk Tuesday with Digital Femme, where she has guests and other people that come in. Sometimes it's an open mic, sometimes they go deep, and sometimes people like Scandiverse or others pop into the other spots, like the Over the Reality Space that she also hosts on Thursdays, along with their show Virtual Raw on Fridays, where you can watch them live stream right here with Vanessa Pages, where they just go raw in the metaverse and they just go raw in the metaverse and they just go and have some fun. Last night they were running around with Era X Labs. There's something about a golden monkey and some camels. You can go check it out for yourself. But right now it's Saturday, so go spend time with your families, your loved ones, your friends, whoever it is. But get out of the tech space at least for 5 minutes, touch some grass, get outside. There's Illust right here. There's probably, I'm looking at the map still, and there's spots all around. If you live anywhere, if you want something special to see, even better, just contact me. We'll put it out for you just because we can, because why not? Let's just play. Let's make it a play day. I'll put stuff out for you to see if you want to go see it, so you can go outside, touch the grass, and we can all play together. But right now, I'm Hexadized. This has been a wonderful SupAR SatARday. Looking forward to the SumMar of 2025. Go ahead, tap in with Binks and Third Planet Studios, getting ready for Eth Denver. They have an amazing event that's going to be coming up. But this is the SupAR SatARday, and I'm going to close it out here. Goodbye.